Space Cadettes. I'm joined with Bean and Shanice over here, and we're going to start off today with talking about the new Spider-Man trailer. Oh. Shanice, what was your favorite part about it?
Favorite part? I guess seeing all the older villains again, which made me happy. I liked seeing Electro come back, and I liked how his electric powers actually made the shape of his mask.
Yes.
So I really liked that. And hearing Green Goblin's voice again was very, very cool.
Liam Dafoe's coming back!
Oh! Yeah. So I'm really excited to see like the villains, hopefully the full Sinister Six, which I'd be stoked for.
Yes. Oh my god.
What about you, Bean?
I think I'm just excited for Doc Ock because I love Doc Ock and like he's one of my probably all-time favorite villains. Because you know, he's like crazy scientist and he's got robot arms. So that's 2 boxes checked for me. And like he's awful, but I love him. And I also like I don't know if it was like my favorite thing about it, but like kind of an interesting thing is because I had always heard that like Spider-Man 3, the director always said like, oh, it wasn't good because they made me shove this extra villain in there at the last minute. But now they've like put all of them in one movie. So I'm like, are they kind of throwing shade with this movie? Like maybe. But yeah. Jenna, did you pick up on that? Like think about that?
I picked it up a little bit. I was like, oh, so now they're just going to throw them all in there. Because I thought they had said that was too many to begin with. And now it's just like, let's put them all in there. I was like, okay. Is it because there's going to be more Spider-Man? It was like, is there Spider-Man showing up? Are we going to see like Into the Spider-Verse / you know, all of them along with their villains? I really hope so. I think I would be really excited. I'm pretty sure just hearing Willem Dafoe's voice just made me so happy. He's such an underrated actor. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah. I love him and stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But my favorite part was seeing like them getting as much as like the original cast in there. I was a little sad though, because I kept telling Jay, I was like, if we don't see Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, I'd get a little mad. And then we didn't even see them. We just saw all the villains that I loved so much. And everybody knows I'm a huge villains fan. I just love villains because you can't have a good hero or a good story without a really good villain.
Oh yeah.
See, it's funny that you say that too, because if you go back to the trailer towards the end where you see Tom Holland Spider-Man like flying towards villains. If you look at how the villains are facing, some of them, they're not facing Tom, they're facing other spots. So yeah. According to certain rumors, I really think that's the scene where you might see my boy Andrew. So I'm excited. And Toby.
Yes. Yeah.
I like those movies too, but I always preferred Andrew's Spider-Man.
Oh my gosh, really? I always thought, so I'm going to break it down a little bit. So I always thought like Tobey Maguire was the perfect like Peter Parker. And then Andrew Garfield was the perfect like Spider-Man. And then Tom Holland is the perfect like both of them. Like Andrew Garfield was too cool to be Peter Parker. And Tobey Maguire was just like the perfect fit for like that nerdy kid back in the day. And then Tom Holland plays both sides pretty well. At least that's my opinion. It's just like everybody was strong in each part, and then Tom Holland was like, I'm going to do both. And it's like, okay.
Why not both?
Why not both? Yeah.
Yeah.
So Andrew Garfield is your favorite. Tom Holland's my favorite. What about you, Bean? Who's your favorite?
I'm not sure. Like, I think Tobey Maguire like has a special place in my heart just because that's like the first one I really saw, and I like loved those movies when I was a kid. And the newer ones I haven't seen that much of them. So I'm gonna think about it. I'll get back to you on that answer.
What about the Fantastic Four movies? Like everybody hates on all. I think there's 3 of them.
Yeah,
Everybody
there's
hates on them.
Yeah.
I really liked. I think it was the second one, the Silver Surfer one.
Mm-hmm.
People hate on it so much, and I'm like, this was really cool of them to, they brought back the cast of the first one, even though it did get bad reviews, and they still like try to put out a storyline that a lot of people in the comics like. The Silver Surfer being the herald for Galactus is just.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I have this memory, and I do not remember if it was just called Fantastic Four, like Rise of the Silver Surfer, but a cartoon version of it. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah, there was a cartoon of it.
Yeah, and I remember that being like awesome, and just watching it randomly as a kid. I've never seen it since. I've never tried to look it up since, but like it was. I just remember, and I remember it's one of those things that like even as an adult, I have memories. Like I can think back and be like, oh yeah, like I remember that part of it because it just stuck in my mind that much because that story is so cool.
Yeah, I think it was it in the X-Men animated?
It kind of had like a similar style to it. Like it was like this like kind of Western anime look to it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing that really stood out to me because I'm like, oh, what's this cool new cartoon? I was like, oh, it's Fantastic Four. Well, yeah. Okay, I'm with it. Like I'll watch it. It was pretty solid from what I remember too. Yeah, I remember liking it.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of X-Men and animated,
yes,
everybody, you guys know where I'm going with this, right? From Disney days,
mm-hmm.
It happened recently for us. X-Men. Gonna pick up right where it left off.
It's been 97, yeah.
I know. I was so excited, and at first, like when you suggested us just talk about like all the stuff from the Disney Plus reveal day, and you suggested that, I was like, oh yeah, I need to catch up on that. I need to watch that, and I was like, wow, we're gonna do a whole show on that, and then I watched it and was like, oh my god, like, are the Disney employees okay? Like where is all of these things? Like they just kept saying more and more things. I was like, where did this come from?
Right? I feel like this was some of the stuff that was pushed back or we thought was canceled at the beginning of the pandemic. Or me says the Great Panini. Like that was like all of it was just either pushed back or we thought it was canceled, and then they were like, you know what? No, let's do it all right now. I'm like, okay, thank you. Yes, I'm super excited. But yo, Disney workers, if you need help, blink twice.
Please blink twice.
We can hide you. This is Texas. Nobody will find you. But that's after you make my shows, and then I'll help you.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Like the original animation that they're going to be using, they're bringing back some of the voice actors, plus it's going to pick up right where it left off. Like I'm so excited. I'm always talking, but I'm like words.
Yeah. I love how they like how on Twitter, like how they announced it using like the Wolverine meme, and he's just looking at the logo like X-Men 97.
Oh my god. I haven't seen that. I didn't see that. I don't follow them on Twitter, I guess. Like, oh man.
I think they did it on Instagram too.
Oh man. Yeah. I gotta look that up.
Oh man. From now on, whenever me or Shanice sees something really cool, we just have to send it to Beam.
Yes, please. I as somebody who's currently also in school and going into final season, like if it's not in some of my physics textbooks, sometimes I don't see it. So yeah.
Good luck with that. I remember those days. Good luck.
Okay.
Like, I can't break a leg. I don't know. Like,
yeah.
Oh, finals.
It
Oh,
might be
but
like a long shot, but I'm really hoping that they continue X-Men Evolution too. Like, if you just give me just one more season, that's all I ask. Finish out that Phoenix arc, because
Yes.
yeah,
that was so cruel to tease that and not show us the rest.
They just left little breadcrumbs, and then there was things that they never. I need closure. I need them to like just make it into a nice pretty box, put a nice little bow on it, and just like hand it to us, and then I'm pretty sure we'll be like, okay, cool, we're good now. We can not really drop this in conversation, but maybe drop it a little bit. Oh my gosh.
They announced so much.
How did I forget Tiana? Tiana's getting her own show. Tiana, I love you. Did you guys know that was actually the last ever animated movie that Disney said? Like that's how they promoted it too. The Princess and the Frog. They were like, so this is it. This is gonna be our last animated movie, and it was done so beautifully that it made me miss kind of the like old days of animation.
Is that like the last like animated one, or like?
So like instead of being like
okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Do you just want to start with like what are like start strong? What was the thing that made you be like, oh, like was it X-Men 97?
Yeah, it was actually X-Men for me. I was just like,
yeah.
Ooh, I haven't stopped talking about it since. What about you, Shanice? What was your favorite thing that was announced?
Moon Knight.
Yes.
Yes.
Actually seeing footage, seeing Oscar Isaac. If you put Oscar Isaac in, I'm gonna watch it. And then just seeing Moon Knight and seeing little bits of his costume, it's like I want more. Give me the release date. I need to see more of this. So I'm really hyped for that.
Pretty sure everybody was Jenna.
Yeah, I was sorry. What about you, Bean?
Mine was the same, and I 100% knew we're on the same. We're not on the same level with Moon Knight, but I knew we were going to be on the same level of excitement because it's Moon Knight, and we're both like Oscar Isaac fans too. So yes, I was because you had told me we'd been talking about it. That like, oh yeah, they're making a Moon Knight because it's gonna be a show, right? I think it's a series. Yeah. So yes. Yes. Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
I could just see Bean just doing like a yes. A little victory dance, just like yes.
Yeah.
It's mine.
Oh man. Man, I don't know. Does somebody want to just like pull up the list of all the stuff that because there's so much. Like, because I know that there were things that I was like, woo, and like I don't even remember them now because there's so many things.
I know there's so much. I'll get the list. Just give me.
She-Hulk.
Yes,
She-Hulk. Yes.
Oh, I'm really curious because I was surprised that we saw a little bit of her in her Hulk form.
Yeah.
The only little nitpicky thing I had about it is she needs to be like bigger. Like,
yeah.
Like, or something. Because like from what I saw, like it looks really good, but it's like I need She-Hulk to like let cars and just start somebody. So I'm hyped for that too.
Jeez.
Oh yeah. And talk about like an actress who is incredible because they have Tatiana Maslany. Is that, I don't know if I'm saying her last name right, but like she's awesome. Like absolutely incredible. Another one that just like goes under the radar. She just becomes whatever person she's supposed to be. So I think it's going to be good. I think even if they do go the route of like not making her as like muscular and awesome as like the comics, I think it'll still be like a good watch. But
oh yeah, for sure. Like I'm hyped to see her as what's her name, Jennifer, as like a Jennifer, because she's a really like interesting character, just kind of dorky, and you know, gender representation or gender representation.
That's what's up.
And seeing her interact with what's his name, Mark Ruffalo would be fun. So I'm trying to see how they'll bounce off each other. in that cousin dynamic.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. I feel like some of the things that they've announced, like the Echo side series spinoff
Yeah.
for Hawkeye, and some of the other Marvel things, I keep hoping that one of these times will be an Easter egg for Gwenpool.
Ooh.
Because She-Hulk and Gwenpool's like back and forth, especially like for the Christmas specials and the comics and stuff like that, are always my favorite. Like Gwenpool crashes She-Hulk's because she's a lawyer. She works in an attorney's office, and she always crashes the like Christmas party with somebody's head, and I'm like,
oh my god,
can we have that? Can that be like a what if episode after She-Hulk comes out? Then of course, what if they've announced another season of that? That's I'm excited about that very much so. And then they're doing zombies.
Yes, I knew you were going to be excited about that. Like,
I think I've shown it off before. I have all of them in hardback.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Oh, but I wanted to ask, like, who would you want to see cast as Gwenpool?
Anna Kendrick.
Oh, that's
perfect. Like when they first announced Squirrel Girl, I was like Anna Kendrick, just because of that like the sassiness, the like just everything. And then they were like, "Oh, we picked this person." I'm like, okay, that person will be cool too. I can't wait to see how they're gonna do it. And then like in my mind, I was like, okay, well, Anna Kendrick's got to be something else. What else can I put her in? And Gwenpool. Like I was reading Gwenpool, and I was like, oh yeah.
I could see her as Squirrel Girl. I don't know if I could see Anna Kendrick as Gwenpool. Like, I don't know why. Like, I don't know. I think I want somebody with like, maybe she could have the edge for it. I think I've only seen her, and like my most recent thing I saw her in was like her show Love Life. So like that's like what is most recent in my mind. I'm like, can she make the jump? Like maybe.
Yeah. I've seen her kind of do it in a movie that's on Netflix with oh goodness gracious, he was the bad guy in the first Charlie's Angels movie. I can't remember his name, but he plays an assassin and she falls in love with him, and then she is like, oh, I'm crazy. He's like, oh, but I'm crazy. Sam Rockwell, thank you. Sam Rockwell. And they're going on dates, and these guys are trying to assassinate him. And he is an assassin that only kills the bad guys, like the people that hire him to kill people. He's like, yeah, I'm going to kill you. Bang. And you're just like, and then, yeah, like they end up throwing knives at each other on their first date for fun. And I was like, okay. And then the way it ended, like, I don't want to spoil it for anybody. The movie, I can't remember the name of the movie. I wish I could. The movie was not a great movie. It was an okay movie. But the dynamic of the two actors like playing off of each other was just so good. And it really made me see Anna Kendrick in like a different light. And that's what made me think of like her for Gwenpool. And
Mr. Right.
Huh?
Mr. Right?
Yes. That was it.
Yeah.
I had to Google it because I was like, this sounds really good. I want to watch it.
You should watch it. I watch it like once a month at this point. Like I told you, it's not an amazing movie, but still like it's good.
Yeah. It's like a comfort movie.
Yeah.
But so what about Emma Stone as Gwenpool?
I could see the sass, and I don't know. Huh.
I don't.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, I was just like thinking about it. I was just like, I don't know, like that's because she can do like tons of different things. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And she has played another Gwen, so.
Oh, that's true. I was trying to remember. Yeah. So
that would be so funny if they brought her as Gwenpool, since she was.
Yeah.
Already, like from the Ultimate Universe. Like, oh my gosh. Okay, so what if? Okay, because she's already Spider-Gwen. Right?
Yeah.
Gwen Stacy's already Spider-Gwen or Ghost Spider. So, like, what if in, like, maybe not this movie, but in, like, another, like, multiverse movie, like, she shows up as Spider-Gwen and as Gwenpool. And they're just sitting there talking to each other. And then Peter walks up, and he's all like, oh no, I lost you. And they're like, who are you? We lost you. And then Gwenpool's just like, oh my God, I know all your stories. And then Emma Stone, Gwenpool is just staring at Emma Stone as, yeah, okay.
It's like the Spider-Man meme where they're just like pointing at each other.
Yes.
Oh, that would be awesome. Oh my goodness.
The crazy thing is, it's like, so I don't want to, I guess, say it, but there's a spoiler for a certain Marvel movie that came out this year that dealt with multiverse shenanigans. I really don't want to. It's. Have you guys seen all the Marvel movies this year? Or is there any that y'all missed?
I haven't.
I haven't seen Eternals yet.
Eternals. Have you seen?
No.
Okay. Yes. Okay. But there was. I kind of spoiled it there. But anyway, sorry, shoot. But there's a scene at the end that kind of. I think you should watch it very soon. That's all I'll say.
This is PG-13 show. I think we're okay to say it once at least, right? Oh my gosh. So also one of the big announcements was since Disney bought what was that studio that did Ice Age? Was it Blue Sky, I think? Since Disney bought them out, they've the movies have kind of disappeared a little bit, but I think the first one is back up on Hulu. And they announced that Disney is actually going to do the next Ice Age movie. How's that make y'all feel? Beam?
To be honest, I haven't thought about the Ice Age movies in years. Like, I saw the first one. I like that squirrel. I guess, yeah, the little squirrel guy who's always trying to get the nut, and then he causes all the chaos. I was like, I didn't even know that. I'm learning history. But I don't know. I mean, I think they'll probably do a good job with it. I don't know. And like they were getting pretty far along, like pretty far from the original Ice Age. So I don't really know like what is the next one supposed to be about? Have they said that, or they just said they're doing the next one?
Adventures of Buck Wild, and it brings back all the Ice Age characters. So Buck Wild was in the third one or the second one? I can't remember. It's the one where everything was melting.
It
was after the mammoth. It was the third one. I remember now because it's the mammoth. In the second one, the mammoth met another mammoth who was played by Queen Latifah, and she was so used to being raised by what were they, mongooses or something? And then, oh my gosh, I'm so bad at trying to recall these early movies. And then I have, like I said, I have 17 nieces and nephews, and plus I kind of enjoy a lot of like the kids movies and stuff like that. So I've seen, I think there's like 5 or 6 of them now, and I'm trying to like, I remember the first one very distinctly, and then the second one I remember mostly. I just don't remember the names. And then in the third one, the 2 mammoths had a kiddo, and the kiddo wanted to go on an adventure, but everything was melting, and so the place they had found a home was about to get flooded. And instead of that, they found the Jurassic era. Like there was like this bubble of like Jurassic era, like dinosaurs and stuff in there. And one of the things was another like, gosh, I wish I knew what they were, but it looks like a mongoose, right?
Mm-hmm.
His name was Buck Wild, who's missing an eye. And yeah, he had all these crazy stories of trying to survive T-Rexes, birds, and stuff like that. And it looks like this next one's going to be about his adventures.
Awesome. And that was announced at the Disney Plus day too?
Yup. November 12th
Nice.
it was announced, yes. But it did felt like a takeover because the Ice Age movies were trying to go against at the same time, I think, like the Shrek movies, and Disney was trying to build up their stuff all at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And Disney won this out. And so what do you think, Shanice? Do you think they're gonna do right by the Ice Age line?
So, I guess confession time. I've never actually watched any of the Ice Age movies.
Okay.
But oh no.
That's one of those ones that did get swept under the rug. It was one of those ones that it came out, I think, the same time as like Shrek. So it was a set of those movies that kind of got missed.
Yeah, like I've heard really good things, especially about like the first one, and I've always liked the fact that there was an animated movie that was made by a studio that wasn't Pixar or Disney.
Mhm.
But now it's kind of funny because the latest one, because Disney now
Yeah.
owns Disney's movies,
Yeah.
it went right back to went straight to Disney. But it's one of those movies that I know if I sat down and watched it, I would honestly enjoy it, especially the little squirrel trying to get the nut. But but yeah, I've never actually watched any of the Ice Ages, which I need to fix soon.
Yes, at least the first one. You can skip 3 onwards, and I'll totally understand. I liked at least the first 2. The first one is great. The second one is good, and then from there on, it's just really campy. I think.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to put it. They were trying to find things to fill storylines to bring back, like, because I think it's John Leguizamo who plays Sid the Moth. Every time he says something, I just like die of laughter. He's like, they left me. They just left me.
He's so dramatic.
It's like, we're trying to leave you and you're following us.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God. Another one of those actors that's just, everywhere and nobody realizes he is absolutely everywhere.
So we gotta boop our puppers on the nose. We'll be right back.
They say it, and it's true, that everything is getting faster, you're not getting any younger, and time is the single resource that you can never get back or get any more of. So why walk into your local comic shop blind when you can go in laser focused on the best books on the shelf?
Hi everybody, and welcome to Minute to Skim It. Yeah!
Spend 1 hour with Miss Jen and Bean, and they'll give you rapid-fire reviews of all the new comics hitting stores. Spend less time shopping and more time reading.
This is Provenance of Secrets.
This is The Heathens. I read Wolverine number 17.
Minute to Skim It, every Tuesday at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales. Imagine being at a convention and going to an interview panel that's just for you. No bustling crowds, no hours-long lines, just you, the moderator, and your favorite comic book creators. Well, this is pretty much that. Miss Jen sits down every week with 2 comic book creators for a live stream interview about their latest work, and you can ask them whatever you want. It's Talking Shop, Mondays at 5 Eastern on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
We are back. We have all gone and looked up all of the lists and things and remembered all the things that we've forgotten. There's just so much. Like, we were trying to do it without like aids and like having things pulled up, but like the rest of the show, we're gonna have it pulled up. We're gonna have the real info, because I cannot believe that I forgot about Ironheart. Like, I love her so much. I love Iron Man, but the fact that there's Ironheart now, like,
why is there so much? There's so much stuff.
Oh, so I don't know that much about the Secret Invasion. Is that going to be the next like big movie like that's coming out?
Oh
Like,
my
okay.
Oh my gosh. This is gonna. Shanice, you want to go first, or should I?
So, oh man, Secret Invasion is pretty big. Like I feel like, because I know they've been saying that, hey guys, these shows are just as important as a movie, so please watch them.
Mm-hmm.
It's really apparent after WandaVision, if what happens in the post credit scene. Secret Invasion could have so much. So, like there are implications that could happen in the show. I'm so surprised that you're actually doing a show. That's what's surprising me. I think, see, Jenna, she wants to explain it better than I can because she's like the little square just.
Okay. Secret Invasion is by far my favorite after Marvel Zombies. My favorite across everything Marvel storyline. Like literally every single character, even the tiniest side, whatever human characters, like you know the dude that sells newspapers at the newsstand, he is part of this. That kicked their ball in the they're part of it. Like it's literally every single person on the entire Marvel universe, everything.
Because he couldn't trust anybody. That's how.
Oh my god!
Before we go any further, for how much of Secret Invasion storyline do you know?
I know like minimum, like the minimal amount that I have like a vague idea. I think it's the Skrulls. Is that who's there? Is that the baddie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And okay. So have you seen Captain Marvel?
Yes.
Okay. So you know how in Captain Marvel they made them good?
Yes.
They are not.
Yeah. Jude Law was bad.
Very bad. He was
Just out of context, Jude Law was bad. I'm sorry.
I feel like that should be the name of this episode.
Oh, no.
Okay. He was part of the Kree.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about the ones that shapeshift. Well,
okay.
In the comics, did you get a chance to read the comic?
I don't think so.
Okay, so we're gonna have to trade when you give me
that.
Yeah. Okay. So what they did was throughout time, we don't know how long some of our favorite superheroes have been like face change, like face off. Like we don't know. Like I think there was one character, they actually took him out when he was like a kiddo. They were like, eat mine now. You're like, okay. He's been that this all his life. And right when they decide, they're like, oh, it's time to like take over, people just start turning. They're just like, oh,
That's crazy.
Yes. And then they just start literally attacking the other like heroes and the other villains, because it wasn't just heroes they took over.
Mm-hmm.
They took over heroes, they took up anti-heroes, they took up villains, they took up like I think the president was one of them. I think it was.
Of course. Yeah.
The guy selling the newspaper, he was one of them. And it was only like one or two of them that decided that humans are all right, let's live together. But like one of them just like got taken out by his crew. They were like, nah, man, we can't be part of this. Nay, I say. Nay. And yeah.
That's awesome. And do you have them like collected? Like, did they have like a collected edition that you could get of that? For me and other folks who might not have like read it. Oh, nice.
Shiny.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I don't know if you can like see the picture very well, but also it's green and purple.
Nice.
So I don't know if you see the picture very well, but like literally, like if you look at them, you don't know, because like here's the Phoenix, here's Iron Man, here's Spider-Man, here's Daredevil. Like you literally, Luke Cage, Beast, like you literally couldn't tell who was and who wasn't. And what I really liked is in the book they actually did little like ads.
Mhm.
The embrace change ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I remember there's this one who's like a little boy who's a baseball player. Oh my god! Oh, I found it.
Oh, I love that. Oh my
Yeah, so
goodness.
they do that throughout the book. And,
What year did this come out? Like, what year did they run the storyline?
This was, I want to say, 2008, 2007.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
I want to
Okay.
say that's when it was too.
So man, like, cause and that's what makes it so fun. Cause like with the miniseries coming out, it's like
It was
have any of the people. Oh.
2008.
Mhm.
You were right since 2008.
Nice. Yeah, that was before because I started my very first like early comic collecting was in like 2011. So that's why it was not on my radar at all. Like, but yeah, I will be exchanging from the library of Jenna. Yes, I will be ready for when it comes out and then we can discuss it.
Yes, like it's one of those storylines that you can just like, you don't know who to root for. Like you realize they're taking out humans, but like this came off right off the heels of, I can't remember which storyline, but it was a oh gosh, I want to say it was a X-Men storyline, and like something happened in X-Men to make all of this like click. Don't quote me, it might not have been X-Men. I don't remember exactly what was the prequel story. But they open the page and it's Elektra is dead, but it's not actually Elektra. Elektra is turning back into like her form, and they're like, oh. And they go to do the autopsy to figure out who killed her, and yeah, the insides look great.
Yeah,
like that moment in Men in Black. She's like, come over here, fill his lungs. They're not there.
Yeah.
You're like, oh
man.
Yeah, and then finding out who's like their queen actually did throw me for a loop. I did not see that coming from like miles away. I was like, what?
Nice.
I just completely geeked out for a full like 10 minutes there. Sorry about that. And Jenna's back. What about you, Shanice? Did you quite enjoy the Secret Invasion storyline?
I did. I really liked the there was this really fun like kind of like tie-in miniseries that had the Runaways and the Young Avengers, because each team may have a Skrull or a Skrull related person. With the Runaways it was Zavin, and with the Young Avengers it was Teddy, because you know he's half Korean, half Skrull. So when the invasion happens, Zavin's like, hey, so guys, something happened. Yeah, but
yeah.
It was a really fun tie-in, and seeing how because you know they have someone near and dear to them who's a Skrull and who's obviously not with the invasion, and trying to see them deal with that. So Secret Invasion, it was so fun, and I loved because I was like in high school when it came out, and just seeing like the ad that Jenna just showed just like a couple minutes ago. Seeing that in different comics was so cool, because I think to this day that's still probably my favorite promotional campaign in comic books, because they were so fun, and I really hope that they do it again with this television series. Just go all out with it, like I don't know, like posters, billboards, something,
or just have random people walking down the street in full Skrull makeup.
Yeah, I'd be down with that, honestly.
I would do it. I could do it. I would do it.
But not getting in front of traffic and dancing.
Okay, yeah. I would walk into work full, just like green face with the lines, and be like, oh, hey guys, what's up?
Yo.
Just start screaming.
Oh, we gotta process books. Let's go.
Oh, man.
What's with your face? What about my face? This is what my face looks like.
I think I'm just going to go ahead and clock out. I'm having a fever dream. I'm freaking out. I don't know what was in my coffee today, but I do not like it. I don't care what I'm saying. This is a great pan-eating ramification. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But I think that would be one of the best ways to market secret invasions. Just be like, call up every comic book store in the entire country. Be like, hey, can you pick 1 or 2 people and just have them come to work? Just
Yeah.
out. I feel like Miss Jen would be down with that. She's like, oh, I'll do it. I'll do it. Yeah. Just walk in. Miss Jen, our boss, the owner of Space Cadettes, just like full. She would too. She would paint her arms. She's always in like short braids. She'd paint her legs, her face, and her hair. She'd be like, oh, hey guys, good morning. Don't forget to clock in. Okay.
Oh man. That's gonna happen. Like, and like the thing is, like, I don't even think I would be that phased if she came in. Honestly, she could be a real Skrull and just come in, and we would all just be like, "Wow, she was really dedicated to this cosplay. Like, she's very dedicated."
Oh my gosh. Oh, but that was the first one that I ever wanted to cosplay as. Like, I saw those ads, and I was like, I could do that. That's all a cosplay takes. You don't need a full costume. You can just paint.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What about you guys? Have you ever wanted like to cosplay something?
Yes. Actually, I've always been very like conflicted on this one. I really want to I've always really wanted to make an Ironheart suit, but like as a white woman, I don't really want to be the one wearing it. I really want to wear it and then have like a really awesome like black female cosplayer be the one who wears it. Cause like I've thought about, I'm like, I just don't want to like put myself like in that space. Like I want to build the suit, but like, I don't know, it's just like a personal thing of like, I don't feel like I should be the one wearing it. Cause like Riri is like groundbreaking and awesome and incredible. And like, I'm not her. So yeah.
So it's like a deep admiration for this character.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. What about you, Shanice?
I mean, I've cosplayed before. I actually cosplayed as a bombshell Wonder Woman.
Oh,
So that was a lot of fun. And 2 years ago, this was back in 2019. I cosplayed as Monica Rambeau, like full-time Captain Marvel. So that was a lot of fun. Last year, I was hoping to cosplay as a certain character from My Hero Academia, but then something happened.
Yeah.
Well, what it is, the Great Panini.
Yeah, the Great Panini. That happened. And I wasn't able to. Yeah, so hopefully soon, because I would like to at some point, maybe next year, cosplay as Mohawk Storm.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you can pull it off so well with a mohawk.
See, but it's one of those things, like, if I shave my head, it's like, that's when you find out if you have, like, a weird shaped head or not, and I'm not...
Yeah, we talked about this.
It's like, oh, that was... I'll just put it for a while.
For something like that, could you do, like, maybe, like a cap, and then do, like, a design on, like, maybe a wig or something to do? Like, do you know what I mean?
I could.
Yeah?
Yeah, like a
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, like, I guess that's also another way you could see what you would look like bald, maybe.
That's true.
On, like,
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I'm hoping next year for cons, I'm going to do either Gertrude from I Hate Fairyland or, I don't know if I can say this, Bee Pudding from Robot Chicken.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Shanice, is that not just me?
Yes.
Bean.
I support you in this, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you know which character I'm talking about? Like,
Yeah, I do.
Robot Chicken, yeah.
Yeah.
Bee Pudding. Except for the only thing is, I gotta figure out how to get big blonde hair. And yellow Mary Janes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just need to walk around with a machine gun saying the lamb.
Blam.
Got black.
What did you say to me? Just like I need to get like a beeper for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Just beep, 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 beep. Or just walk around all mad.
I love that. But I'm also like, I'm just imagining sometimes on like comic book processing day, like you get frustrated, but I'm just imagining you like as Bee Pudding, like being mad at us and like yelling at us. Oh, actually, going back to cosplay real quick, actually just this last week, I was like looking at a comic cover and was like, I want to do this, like, which is rare for me. Like, I don't really think about cosplaying that much, but the Darkhold Wasp,
Yes,
that came out, that was like phenomenal, and like just her on the cover, and like she has like the big like spiked shoulder pads. I was just like, I want to make those. I want to, yeah. That would be awesome. So I really had that moment of like, I want to make this costume. Like, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I want to.
I feel like shoulder pads are the woman's equivalent of a beard. Just being like, yes. Yes.
it's like stroking the.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just like poking someone's eye out. Just.
Oh, man.
Is that why everybody in the 80s was wearing shoulder pads?
They were deadly weapons.
It was women trying to make their way in the workforce, so what did they have to use? Shoulder pads. Maybe that's why Cruella wears them so much in 101 Dalmatians. She had to have them shoulder pads.
The
To
pads
just
are all the
get everybody
puppies.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh, yes. Aww. So the last thing I wanted to bring up about the Disney Plus days, or Disney days, was Baymax is back.
Oh, are they doing a new show on him?
I don't know. It was confusing because like it's not even like a full trailer. It was just a picture, and I was like, no, wait, no. Come back to me. I need to know more. And
Oh, I see it. It's gonna be an original series. So he's gonna have a whole series to his very own.
Oh my gosh. Do you think they're gonna bring back the people, like everybody from the movie, or is it just gonna be like Baymax exploring the city being Baymax? I don't know.
I don't know. I hope so. I love all the characters, and I love Big Hero 6 so much. Like, it's so good.
Yeah. Shanice, you is this another one you haven't seen, or?
It's on my list. It's on my list.
Okay.
Nice. Oh, it's so good. I will watch it with you. Like, if you text me, like, I'm watching Big Hero 6, I will show up. Like, with my dog, maybe. But, like, you know, because he loves it too. It's also his favorite, but.
Oh.
I've caught my dog has started watching some of my so I love watching How the Universe Works.
Mm-hmm.
And I've caught him just staring at the screen with me like big boom. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. What about you, Shanice? Puppo watch any of the shows with you?
Oh man. So yes, so Izzy, she loves Murray. So that's why I know that we're tight. I swear, because like I'll have it on because I'm not ashamed to admit that I like watching trash TV.
We all have our guilty pleasures.
Yeah.
And I'll have it on, and she'll just kind of like look at me, and she'll look at the TV, and she'll just kind of like just sit down right next to me, and I swear she's watching it. So I can tell because like it's maybe she just wants to know who the father is, or if they hooked up. But I love the fact that she likes Murray. Like she won't watch anything else. It's always that show for some reason.
Oh my gosh, I think that's a pet thing because when I was when I was a little bit younger, I used to volunteer at this tiger park that's here in Cut and Shoot, and there was a South American puma named Deacon who never missed an episode of Days of Our Lives. I would come over like 4 or 5 times a week in the morning, and I would make his bottle, or I would make his food or his snack for him. And what did he have to do if I didn't have the TV on at exactly, and I can't remember what time it was, But if Days of Our Lives, he knew. He would come up to me and just like pop. I was like, dude, you're 1,000 pounds. Fine. I would just like hit the remote, and he would like lay down on the carpet watching it half upside down. And I was like, and he had this thing where he would like take his paw and just start sucking on his thumb, because we used to throw his thumb in his mouth when we were making his bottles when he was little. But he never missed an episode of Days of Our Lives in the 13 years he was with us. Oh my gosh. Like, what is it with animals in trash TV? Like, it's not trash, but it's just like,
you gotta watch your stories. That's too different.
Can't really say much, because I know a lot of people are like, oh, you watch all those like cartoons. It's like, okay. Everybody has their own thing. I get it. Yeah. But if you call Naruto trash one more time, we're gonna have words.
Alrighty, so this has been Space Cadettes. We have discussed a very small portion of what was announced at Disney Plus Day, but we had fun. There was no way we were ever going to get through all of it, but I'm Bean. That's Shanice and Jenna, and we are Space Cadettes, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.